Blessed is the man that walketh not under the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him I go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in the season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe! This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. My brother, my sister, we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. All I need you to do is to subscribe to this channel. It is called the Black Empire Media, and we are live on Black Empire TV. Hit on the like button and also hit on the share button so many more people can see this. Our phone numbers are rolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO. And here we speak truth to power. And of course, my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family. That is what we do right here. Picking up so many ideas. And then out of these ideas, we sieve them out and pick up the creme de la creme of all the ideas and slap that on our problems here, looking for solutions. My brother, my sister, this is not a monologue. It is a multi-log. My brother, my sister, where your voices would also be heard on the show. Send your comments. We'll read your comments in 2 batches. And today we have 4 very important issues to look at. We're going to be running like the herd, all right? Or better still, like the cheetah. So you got to keep abreast with the speed. Remember, we are sponsored by Tap Tap Send. And when we talk about Tap Tap Send, oh Lord, Tap Tap Send. All you need to do when sending money to Ghana, 2 steps, tap, tap, and then you send. That's all. Now, the good thing about Tap Tap Send is that when you send, you are not charged any fees for sending. And it is geometrically fast, swift. In fact, when you send, that very second, boom, you get the alert that it has reached the destination. My brother, my sister, and it is raining amazing rates. Where are you in the world? You want to send money to business partners, family and friends and acquaintances? No problem at all. Maybe you are in Australia. Maybe you are in Canada. Maybe you are in the United States of America. Maybe in England. Yes, the UK. Maybe you are even in the EU, right? Maybe the United Arab Emirates, UAE, capital, Dubai. No problem. You can send money from all these areas into Africa. Make sure, as a new Tap Tap sender, you use the promo code, yes, the promo code Black Rasta, BLAKKRASTA. Yes, if you are a new Tap Tap sender, download the app. No matter how much you're sending, use the promo code Black Rasta, BLAKKRASTA. What's the importance? You will get a big bonus. Now with Tap Tap Send, You can trace wherever every penny is going. And it is very safe. To make it even more interesting, Tap Tap Send is very interested in community activities. That means it's community-centered. All over Ghana and beyond, Tap Tap Send is doing a lot of community activity, including cleanup exercises, building of so many different playgrounds and over for the people. I'm going to be bringing you details on the activities of Tap Tap Send in all our areas in Ghana. That is why I'm excited. That's why you must be excited. That is why you must be a Tap Tap sender. Start now. Download the app from Google Play and even from App Store. And then you tap and send. You don't need to go into any building and fill lengthy forms. No. Now, even in the comfort of your homes, you tap, and then you send. Oh, Lord. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And I'm proud to tell you I'm a tap sender. Oh, Lord. Today we have 3 very important issues plus 1. So 4 in all. And we're going to explode right now. Come here. First story. Run it, my youth. Watch this. Oh, Lord have mercy. Wontumi to Mahama. Are you not afraid of me? Who's Chairman Wontumi? You know him, right? He's the Galamsey king of this country. As we are told, my brother, my sister, destroyed a lot of our river bodies and flora and fauna. He makes money from the people's plight. They don't care if they kill billions to make trillions. My brother, my sister, he came on TV and was showing raw gold and boasting about how much wealth he had by this so-called Galamsey activities. Now, more evidence has come in that this man actually has been dealing with Chinese people and encouraging them to destroy our land. And you can't do, in fact, a bit of this in China. My brother, my sister, Chairman Wontumi is daring the president of Ghana and putting the fear of God in him by asking him, are you not afraid of me? What exactly about Wontumi should we be scared of or be afraid of? Run it, my youth, and watch it. He says, aren't you afraid of me? What Wontumi said about being targeted by Mahama government, right? Run it, my youth. Now, following recent regulatory actions against Akunta Mining, a company owned by the Ashanti regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, a video of Bernard Enchipo Siakun, aka Chairman Wontumi, reacting to the possibility of his business being targeted by a future government of the National Democratic Congress, led by John Dramani Mahama, has resurfaced. Now, the video from an interview granted by the regional chairman during the 2024 campaign season shows Wontumi asserting that President Mahama's personal dislike for him cannot determine his success or failure as a businessman. According to Wontumi, his business suffered targeted attacks during a previous tenure of John Mahama and the NDC, which he survived. All right? Your liking or disliking me cannot determine my success in life. Me, Wontumi, in 2013, you collapsed my business. You seized my 500 excavators and 400 pickups, he stated. He stated that his ability to have survived such an ordeal could be a caution to John Mahama in picking on him, considering factors such as his influence. John Mahama, aren't you even afraid? Are you not afraid that after everything you did to me, I am still holding on to my captaincy? Whoa. To say that you will collapse Akunta Mining if you come to power, don't you even fear me? Even when you were president, national security had to negotiate with me before you entered the Ashanti region. Do you think Wontumi is a small team? I dare them. If they do one, I will do two. If you want to scare someone, should that be Wontumi, let's face off with your soldiers behind you and see if you can challenge me, he added. He emphasized that as a businessman with years of experience, his activities are duly registered and licensed, refuting allegations of engaging in illegal mining. So this is an empty braggart. This idiot went ahead to say that He was so powerful in the Ashanti region, almost comparing himself to the Otumfuo, claiming that he had built his own empire in the Ashanti region and he was his own emperor, setting his own rules and regulations. Asante Hini was not happy about this. My brother, my sister, he sent his sub-chiefs and they summoned him to the Manshare Palace. He feigned sickness, sending photographs out that he was sick and in the hospital dying. They still summoned him. He went there begging and saying that his words had been twisted. My brother, my sister, people like this, when they get a bit of power, they think they are gods. He has fought with almost every big guy in his party, including Kennedy Japan and more. These illiterates like this, they don't humble themselves and get a bit lettered and get a bit, in fact, educated. They ride on the ill-gotten wealth and they think that that's all. My brother, my sister, he's not the only guy who thinks that money, my brother, my sister, is better than education. He believes he has so many radio stations and TV stations, including online businesses. So he is untouchable. Now Mahama that he threatened is president. He claimed when Mahama was in power, they seized his 500 excavators. How did all the excavators come into Ghana? How did they find themselves on the mining sites? 500 excavators, 400 pickup vehicles. My brother, my sister, why won't our water bodies be crying right now if 500 excavators can be unleashed by one miner? 400 pickups. My brother, my sister, then we are doomed. Today, Akunta Mining has had its license revoked. Akunta Mining, my brother, my sister, and its associates, owned by Chairman Wontumi, have had their accounts frozen. The Mahama government has totally descended on Akunta Mining and the activities of this dirty braggart called Chairman Wontumi. Now the MPP surround itself with unlettered people with no common sense. People like Wontumi is the chairman of the Ashanti region as affiliated to the MPP. He's the chairman of the MPP for the Ashanti region. They are so-called World Bank. No wonder they lost abysmally. Never in the history of this country have they suffered this kind of defeat. My brother, my sister. Now he said another thing which I want to draw your attention to. He said when Mahama wanted to go and campaign in the Ashanti region, he had to come and seek permission from him. National security had to come and beg him so that he would open the gates of the Ashanti region for Mahama to go in there and campaign. My brother, people like this are so treacherously dangerous. Treacherously dangerous. And they can hinder movement and freedom of engagement. If an illiterate boy like this, unlettered with no common sense, can hold the keys to the Ashanti region, and national security would have to come, knees aground, and beg this guy to open the gate there for a president to go there and campaign, then I wonder what our freedom of movement is all about. My brother, my sister, he says Mahama can come with all his soldiers behind him, and he would face him squarely. This is what happens when people with no common sense are given a bit of power. In fact, a wise man with no power is better than a fool with power. When a fool tastes a bit of power, he uses it against human beings, people who helped him get there. But when a wise man gets the slightest bit of power, he uses it to upgrade his people. How many people agree with me? So a fool with power behaves like Napoleon Bonaparte. Like all these people we see around the world, like Trump and the rest, they are all idiots who have had some kind of power and they are using it against humanity. My brother, my sister, now Mahama is in power. Now I believe that the resetting agenda would work. Wealth should be equitably distributed around the nation. Money laundering, they are fighting. Now they are on the case of McDan. He has to provide documents and prove that he's not involved in money laundering. Today it was in the news and much more. And all the pastors who are doing money laundering across Ghana, they all have to be clamped down. If they want to change the names of their churches from the Ministry of Jesus Christ International to the Ministry of Laundering International, let us know. You can't use the name of Jesus Christ to do money laundering. They are two different things. It's the black pot, aka Kokoshonomo. And I'm glad the way they are dealing with Akuntama in it. Are you not afraid of me? That's how cowards talk. Do things that will show that people should be afraid of you. You don't go around shouting at people to be scared of you. You are a coward. A guy like this. And he also has employees. How can I work under such a block-headed idiot? Any which way. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. Running like a bullet from water gun. Puyaka, Puyaka. And the next story says, Karma. Blakofe cries after AKUFO-ADDO security guards confrontation. How many of us know Blakofe? In fact, according to information that I have, she's been a broadcaster in this country for about 23 years and over. She's worked with a number of radio stations and TV stations. She's a wonderful writer. I know that she used to write for an African magazine in the UK, and she wrote very beautiful articles, my brother, my sister. She's a very brilliant woman, but it looks like of late she's fallen into some kind of depression and frustration. And that is sad to say. Such a pretty, wonderful, bright woman. In fact, even by looking at her, you can see that some frustration has set in somewhere. And our prayer is that she gets over it. Why is Black Rasta getting into this like this? Run the story. She says she's been attacked. What if they attack me? Blakofe, after confronting AKUFO-ADDO's gas over Nima Road blockage. Yes, the blockage, right? Now, former Deputy Director of the Ghana Tourist Development Company, Equia Jani, popularly known as Blakofe, has stated that she fears for her life following a confrontation with the security of former President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO. Blakofe, a renowned Ghanaian fashion designer, revealed that security guards confronted her over a video she posted in which she lamented the blockage of the road leading to the former president's private residence. Now, according to her, the guards defended the blockade, claiming it had been approved by the John Dramani Mahama administration. So early today, I was in Nima and I had to walk past AKUFO-ADDO's house. Now, wherever you walk past, you see that there are always loads of guys outside. I only assume they are security. One of the guys called me, so I stopped and he came over and asked me, why did you do that video of AKUFO-ADDO and the barrier here? You are making us look bad. I said to him, do you think it's right for AKUFO-ADDO to block the road so neighbors and people can't access the road? And he basically told me that it's a protocol from the government. He said, it's the current government who has given AKUFO-ADDO the protocol to block the road forever because he was once president, she said in a viral video. Now she added, so I asked him why that wasn't the case for Kufuor and Rawlings. He said, because of where AKUFO-ADDO lives, the government has decided that he would have this barrier there forever and neighbors can never access the road again. Blakofe said the conversation quickly became heated, leading to a shouting match between her and the security guard who was questioning her. Flip the page, quick. She added that she now fears the possibility of being attacked by the guards. I have business in AKUFO-ADDO's area, so I go there a lot. But the thing is, how safe am I? Because now these guys are attacking me for saying, remove the barrier. So maybe next time they would follow me. And if they attack me, who knows? She says, she reiterated, because at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense to block the road. And me saying it has led the security at AKUFO-ADDO's house now coming to me when they see me on the street. So next time, would they follow me somewhere and attack me? That should away. So a few days after this, Blakofe came out again and said she was in her car when police approached her, demanding to search her car. And then they found a certain tissue paper lying down somewhere. And they said, when she saw the police, she quickly decided to fold that thing and throw it away. Whatever was in it, only God knows. And she got angry and said it was only a tissue paper. And if the police try to insinuate that there was something in it or whatever, then it's on to them, because they found nothing in the car, according to her. Again, she asks why she should be hiding anything like a tissue paper. My brother, my sister, according to her, she was harassed by the police, harassed also by the security guards of Nana AKUFO-ADDO. And the matter went out and became quite viral on the Ghanaian space. My brother, my sister, when I saw this, it drew my attention to something. And I responded to a post that somebody put up on Facebook. And this was what I wrote on Facebook in response to her cries that police were harassing her and her life was in danger. AKUFO-ADDO's bodyguards or security were also harassing her. This was my Facebook post. Watch this. And it's clear. It says, I am not in support of any form of assault, harassment, or violence. What goes round comes around. When Black Prophet brought a bouncer to assault an artist, King Obatala, at the Kuchoko Roots Festival, Equia Manfo, aka Blakofe, was said to be on the scene and a first-hand witness. When I called her for her side of the story, she respectfully declined to talk. Raswat Nkrabia also tried to hear her side, but she refused to talk. Whereby stand this aid injustice by refusing to expose perpetrators of this injustice, karma visits them naturally. We shall continue to fight injustice no matter who is the perpetrator or victim. Hope my sister joins, in fact the word there is supposed to be joins, wholeheartedly in this without bias. Anyway, we shall revive the Black Prophet police case as they have refused to cooperate. Justice for Obatala. This was the message I put out on Facebook. In fact, King Obatala is a Ghanaian musician. He is a member of the Mighty Orthodox Band, one of the oldest reggae bands we have in Ghana. He has had a sojourn in Australia and some other places where he performed. King Obatala of the Mighty Orthodox Band. I like to support old bands like that because most of the time nobody books them and then they die out of extinction. That's why this year's Kuchoko Root Festival, you saw people like Daddy Bosco. Apia Levi was booked. He never showed up. He was the only artist who never showed up. My brother, my sister, Mighty Orthodox Band has a certain theatrical display anytime they come on stage. I love them. Whilst they were waiting backstage to come on stage, ahead, Black Prophet came to the show. And you know who Black Prophet is? He's a Ghanaian reggae artist based abroad. A lot of people know him. He's a brilliant reggae artist. But he wants to behave like a gangster. Unfortunately, there's nothing gangster about this brother here. It's sad when I have to talk about my own Rasta brethren. I don't know who they think they can frighten. He came there with a bodyguard. I was told, I didn't see, and attacked Obatala because Obatala had approached a member of his band, his manager, to talk to him whilst Black Prophet was talking to the brother. because he wanted water to drink and he had asked for the water for so long. He was getting ready to come on stage. All of a sudden, Black Prophet's bodyguard punched him so hard on the face, broke his mouth and his nose. Look at the photo. Look at this old man. A macho man saw this man as a threat and hit him in the nose and the mouth. He bled all night. When he came on stage, he couldn't do anything. Those of you who came to Kuchoko, you heard them. One of the most abysmal performances. So this matter was going around. We're hearing about some things, Black Prophet's personal issues with him and blah, 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 which I don't want to put out. Well, if you can do this at a reggae festival, my reggae festival, you are dealing with the wrong person. We are law-abiding people, and we have fought all this while to be able to make the law work. If we can deal with politicians in the highest places, who is a hungry Rasta man like me and you, that cannot be dealt with. So we went to the police. I asked Obatala, go and report the case. He went and reported the case. I came in there. And then I had a call from Black Prophet, making a lot of allegations about Obatala that I can't put on. My brother, my sister. And what did he say finally? He said that Blakofe was standing right there and saw everything happen because they came together for Kuchoko Roots Festival. This is Blakofe. So what did I do? I picked a call because I don't jump into conclusions. Pick my phone, call Blakofe. She didn't answer. A few minutes later, she called me back. She said, oh, Black, I was sleeping. Oh, what's up? I said, I just spoke with Black Prophet and he said that you were there on the scene of the assault. What really happened? Tell me, because I want to have informed information before I go public. This is a Rasta issue. It has to be dealt with properly. You know what she told me? Oh, I just woke up and give me some time. I'll just call you in a bit. Let me just get myself up till today. From Kuchoko Roots Festival, I'm yet to hear from Blakofe. You stand and watch an old man beaten to pulp like this. You refuse to give me information so that if we have to meet and sort it out nicely, then we will do it. She declined respectfully. She could have said, oh, I don't know anything. But no, she said, listen, I will get back to you. I just woke up from my sleep. Respectfully declining to talk. She never called back. And I didn't want to harass her by calling her. But I asked Ras Aswad, who told me that she is his friend. And they were cool to call her and get some information so that the elder Rastas would sit down on this issue. She called and she refused to talk. Who are you protecting? Now police comes to attack you. What's it? Nana AKUFO-ADDO, the dwarf. His security guys come to you are crying. For whose sympathy? For whose sympathy? For crying out loud. For who should sympathize? Because you are Blakofe, 23 years of broadcasting experience, fashion designer, everything. So you are a goddess. Injustice to you should be looked at immediately, but injustice to another person is nothing. What kind of rhetoric is this? So early this afternoon, when I was heading to the studio, I realized that she had sent me a message on WhatsApp. And then I was driving, so I couldn't look at it properly. But when I arrived, this was the message she sent to me on WhatsApp. Watch this. And you see it, Friday, March 21. Are we right? Are we right? Yes, March 21. Yes. Is that right? Friday, March 21. What's the date? This was what I received today, though. And then she said, really? AKUFO-ADDO security attacked me for speaking for GH, if I should corrected it down there, for speaking for GH, and you say I was there when Prophet attacked someone, so it's karma. may God forgive you and your folly. And may your mom not go through what I went through. Why my mother and not my sister or my wife? She goes to my mother as if she was my mother. Listen to this. And may your mom not go through what I went through. You are not a good person, Blakk RASTA. I always had that vibe. Hence, I distracted. Well, I think she wanted to say I distanced. I distracted. She distanced herself from me, maybe. Now I know, Pa, your energy is not positive. I see you. This is what she wrote. Today, just today, a few hours ago. And I came back and wrote in response to her, injustice by anyone is injustice everywhere. Whether AKUFO-ADDO security guards did it or personal security guards, injustice is injustice. The post continues. The response. It says, injustice by anyone, everywhere. That's what I just read. It's injustice by anyone is injustice everywhere. Whether AKUFO-ADDO security guards did it or personal security guards, injustice is injustice. Are you more human than Obatala? You refuse to speak against injustice when it was someone else who was the victim. Now you are the victim and you want empathy. Is this not karma? If this is not karma, what is it? Distance yourself from who? We have never been close, have we? Your empty tantrums of dragging my mom into this won't help you. She was a woman who fought injustice no matter what. My folly? If your stance is called wisdom, then I am better off without my folly. In fact, I wanted to say I'm better off with my folly. Yeah? It wasn't personal. But if you want to personalize it, welcome, my dear. This was what it went. My brother, this has gone beyond personal. It's a lesson for all of us. The Dagombes have a saying that when your neighbor is on fire, you say that fire has caught a tree. But when you are on fire, you are crying that fire has caught a human being. For you, your neighbor is a tree. No feelings. But when it comes to you, you are human. Some are more human than others. No, we shouldn't express that. This is not a black coffee that I've known from afar. But I'm going to take you down history lane. Blakofe was appointed by President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO as the deputy CEO of the Ghana Trade, whatever, tourism, whatever. I think GTDC, whatever. And then, that was in 2017, I believe. Then in 2021, she wasn't happy about what was going on there. She said there was no work for her. She would only go and sit down there and take salary at the end of the day. So she got angry and she fought back. In fact, several times she asked them to come together and work. But the CEO at that time, Kojo Entry was his name, not the musician, would not listen to her, sidetracked her, sidelined her, ignored her, and just did his partisan thing. We all supported her. She resigned from this dirty Nana AKUFO-ADDO government. We hailed her. I think when she resigned, she probably thought that they would run after her and maybe beg her and tell us, some people have that kind of thing. When I leave here, they will run after me or the whole building will collapse. Something. If you are resigning on principle, I applaud you, but leave it there. Don't wait for the consequences. And when the consequences are not coming, then you get frustrated and start talking. That is ego. My brother, my sister, she didn't end there. She said she resigned on Friday and they gave her 24 hours to return everything in her possession belonging to the GTDC, whatever it is. And these were messages she released on the days, It says, in fact, with all the wahala, I no longer feel safe. I feel victimized and threatened. If anything happens to me, you all know what caused it. I resigned effective 31st May. you write me a letter to return your things within 24 hours. This will be Saturday. So I say I will return all on Monday. Now harassing me on phone. Blah, blah, blah. She wrote that. We supported her. Because me, I don't like injustice. I hate it. And I'm not moralizing it on anybody. This is what she wrote. She didn't end there. She went on Facebook and wrote something that was captured on Ghana Web and some other houses. In fact, I read everything that she wrote. I even reacted on radio. I was at xylophone then. Run the story. Watch this. Today in history, I weep for Ghana. Wrong people in charge. She was right. Run it, my youth. Now, some 3 years ago, a former Ghana Tourism Development Company Deputy CEO, Jani, popularly known as Blakofe, took to her Facebook page to rant about what she described as her disappointment in the way the government was running the country. Come here. This had come after following what was a media war of words between Kojo Entry, the chief executive officer of the GTDC, and she, in what was reported to have come about as a result of some bad blood that existed between the two before the former party. Blakofe had sent letters to the ministries of health and sanitation for a partnership towards a beach and market cleanup with investors from the United States, but she stated in an interview on Adum FM, Kojo Entry, while referring to her as an embarrassment to the institution, said that she did not know how to perform her roles effectively. Oh, wow. I don't do anything. I don't do anything at all. My CEO doesn't want me in the team. So he has created a 3-man team he works with. Meanwhile, I don't see what GTDC is doing. The CEO travels every month for 2 weeks straight. In April, he was gone for 3 weeks. She bemoaned in an interview with citynews.com. Blakofe and the spot of a deputy CEO via President Nana AKUFO-ADDO's appointment in February last year after she massively campaigned for him in the 2016 general elections. Jani, popularly known as Blakofe, has stated that she is disheartened by the way affairs are being managed by the top officials in this country. Her statement follows a recent banter with the chief executive officer of blah, 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 blah. Dash it away. I think we've read that already. Come here. My brother, my sister. So this was what she wrote. She followed it up and wrote all these things. And then she said something. That she didn't feel safe in Ghana anymore. And that she was going to leave Ghana. I'm going to leave Ghana. Ghana can burn. These were her words. I am going to leave Ghana. Ghana can burn. And I responded and said, look, Ghana will not burn because Blakofe left Ghana. One person cannot leave Ghana and Ghana will burn. It's ego. Because politically you are disappointed for fighting the right things. In other words, for putting up the right fight. For me, I see this as the right fight. If you can say you are leaving Ghana, Ghana can burn. No, there are still human beings here. Ghana will not burn because you got politically frustrated and you decided to leave. When she started saying all these things, you know Gabi Asaro-Chudako. You know him, right? Gabi, the owner of Asasi Radio. He is a cousin to the president. He went on X. At the time, it was called Twitter. And you know what he put there? You know what he put there? Watch this. These are some of the little things that piss MPP folks right off. You join the campaign at the very end. You were first seen to be pro-Mahama, but apparently fell out over what exactly we don't know. The leadership acknowledged your campaign contribution and your value and rewarded you with an appointment to help your country. You resigned on principle and in fact won a lot of admiration from me and many others for that. But now it seems you want to start a whole negative campaign against the government. Who would want to kill you, madam? Let's get serious. Frankly, your utterances are getting annoying and making people feel that you have a more sinister motive. I hope not. And God was right. Some people feel peeved that they have been part of something and they don't seem to be benefiting from it. I will just walk away and wish you the best. But some are bitter. They will do everything possible to pull it down. You work with a company that has fed you for so many years. Then there's a disagreement and you walk off. And you want to go around and pull off the institution and the company that you work for. That's demonic. That's why, my brother, my sister, you don't bite the hands that feed you. So I think I've been long on this. Blakofe, justice here must be justice everywhere. She's a pretty woman. And when you look at her demeanor and the video she's making, you realize that she's not the Blakofe that we have known. Whatever the problem is, I don't know. But it might be frustration. We wish you all the best. But it's not a personal fight. It's the Black Pot. Dash. AKUFO-ADDO. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have 2 more stories. I'll be done. Hey! Way! Whoa! It's the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. Shall we take your messages? So we tackle the next story headlong, right? All right. Let your messages flow in. I remember your messages are coming from Facebook and also from YouTube. Yes. Amevouvo. Noel. Amevouvo. Noel says, good evening, boss. Michael KB Kumsi said, good evening, Black Rasta Kuchoko Festival 2026. Let's pray for life. Amen. Dua Billions of Tongo is connected and watching live. Greetings to the team and everyone watching us right here. Large up your status, my Salagalaya. Benjamin Latte says, present. Pat Awu says, hello, Black Rasta. Hello, Pat. Abdulaziz Rahim Upejo says, good evening, Black. Woyo, JDFGH says, greetings, Black. We are live. Woyo, Rap Thunder says, Alhamdulillah, the greatest legend is here to teach us. We always love you, legendary Black. Ambitious, or says, NPP is the downfall of Ghana. And NPP would be in opposition for 58 years and over for them to learn sense. Rap Thunder says, please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. JDSGH says, Black, indeed you are a very wise man and knowledgeable with wisdom. Very big thanks to mom and dad for bringing you to this world for us to benefit from your everlasting knowledge. One love, more fire. Ambitious Osei says, President Mahama, hurry up in sacking the criminal thieves and all the officials who are criminal. Mr. President Mahama, Ghanaians are with you in every decision you take. Nabon Pyramid says, if you can't fight corruption, don't fight me when I fight corruption. Nabon Pyramid. Nabon Pyramid comes back to say, when you follow your stomach instead of your head, you move from a think tank to a septic tank. Hallelujah. Okay? David Pamford says, more fire. Alhaji Sumaila Figo says, fire. Aristo Papelos says, more fire. Alasan K. Jibril says, Blakk, greetings from the people of Aflao, respect, right? Kwame Isia Jr. says, fire. Mark Romeo Fori says, my regards, Professor Blakk. Alfred Mustard Seed Aruk says, Jagite every time. This is a very serious Kuchoko soldier. Yeah, Mustard Seed. Respect. Conscious Agbenemua also says, greetings, Black Rasta. Since you began this journey of speaking the truth, a lot of people, especially politicians, hated you so much. They have tried in many ways to see you down, but they don't know you are under the protection of the Most High Jah. Keep it up every time. Watching live from Abekala Pass, inside Big Dream Herbal Shop. Big up yourself. And he says, share, 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 share. Keep sharing so many people can see this. Next story, my youth. And this is interesting. Oh, Jesus. Former minister drops bombshell on Tamale Hospital. Who is this former minister? You know, Paulina Abayage. She was the ambassador to Italy when the dwarfish Nana AKUFO-ADDO was in power. One of the most dangerous Lilliputs in the history of Ghana. This lady did her work. From there, she returned, came to Ghana to continue. She was the Upper East Regional Minister. And then she contested the elections again and lost. My brother, my sister, all in all, her party lost and is in opposition. She's a lady I've known for so long. I can comfortably call her a friend. From Takrade all the way down. She used to work with Yura Radio. She speaks so many Ghanaian languages fluently. From Fanti, fluent Fanti to Twi, because she was raised up in Takrade. You know? And she's been friends with a number of Rastas. She's a lover of reggae music and a lover of the Rasta man. Paulina Abayage. She's dropped a bombshell on the Tamale Hospital. Watch this. Former Upper East Regional Minister drops bombshell on Tamale Teaching Hospital management. Run it, my youth. Hey! Now, former Upper East Regional Minister Paulina Patience Tangoba Abayage. What a name. I love this name. Paulina Patience Tangoba Abayage has weighed in on the ongoing situation at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, TTH, attributed the crisis to managerial ineptitude. She expressed the view that the challenges facing the hospital, which are impacting the social delivery of healthcare services, are likely the result of a collapsed management system. Now, recounting her experience with the facility in March 2023, she said that a staff member from TTH had reached out to her for assistance in securing a medical device, especially a mammogram machine, which is a specialized X-ray device used primarily for the early detection of breast cancer. They had reached out to her. In March 2023, a young lady on this app, I am sure she will be reading, reached out in desperation to me to help get a mammograph machine for TTH because a big hospital like that serving the entire northern sector had not a single one. She posted on Facebook on April 23, 2025. Now, according to her, she began taking steps to assist by reaching out to some of her colleagues, leveraging their influence in an effort to help secure the equipment for the hospital in response to the request made by the staff member. She stated that funds were provided by the National Petroleum Authority through its former CEO, Mustafa Hamid, to the hospital's management for the procurement of the mammogram machine. Flip, quick, flip. However, she said she was surprised to learn through the same staff member who had initially contacted her that the equipment had not been acquired. I immediately set to work contacting KSK to use his huge influence to get one for the hospital. He also got to work immediately and promised to get NPA to provide one. Soon after, he sent me a message that NPA through the CEO, Mustafa Hamid, had given approval for one for the hospital. Months would go by only for the young lady to get back telling me there was no show. What? I immediately got back to KSK, who was equally surprised. I set off to find out what happened because I was told funds had been released. She continued. Abayage further disclosed that the inquiries into the matter revealed discrepancies regarding the handling of the funds. She noted that upon the release of the money, the management of TTH returned the funds to the NPA, citing the reason that the amount was issued in cedis, while the quoted price for the equipment was in dollars. Ha! You want money to be given. You quoted the price of the money in dollars because it was going to be bought abroad, maybe abroad. They gave you the equivalent of that in cedis and you returned it, asking for dollars to be given to you. Now what I found out, management made the request to NPA quoting in Ghana cedis. When the funds were released, they noticed discrepancies because the cost of the machine was in dollars. And they had been given funds in cedis. So they returned the money to the source for correction to be made or something to that effect. Sick, isn't it? This is madness. So what really happened was that they quoted the amount of the machine in cedis and the money was given to them in cedis. Later, when they went to buy the machine, they realized the money was in dollars. So they returned the money and asked the money to be converted into dollars, the equipment sent a new price. According to her, as a result of this development, the hospital was unable to procure the mammogram machine. She added that her late sister, who had been diagnosed with breast cancer and was receiving care at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, had to travel to Accra for diagnostic tests due to the unavailability of the equipment at the facility. As fate will visit it on me, a year later, my senior sister was diagnosed with breast cancer and had to be consulting the same TTH. She had no mammogram machine. They had no mammogram machine and had to be doing some ridiculous forth and back Accra TTH, where tissue samples were taken to Accra for testing. On one such simple occasion, she went into theater and never recovered from unconsciousness till she died in July 2024. Reacting to the doctor's suspension of emergency and OPD services, along with their subsequent demands at the TTH, Abayage commended the medical professionals for taking a stand against the facilities management. She praised their initiative in demanding improved working conditions and essential medical equipment to enhance the quality of their healthcare delivery. Dash it away. I don't think that suspending services is good enough. Lives are at stake. We can go and demonstrate for hours and come back. Put it out on social media. Put it out in the media. Make noise. Other people would help you to go on the street and make sure that the mammogram machine is done. But for doctors to close the OPD and the emergency unit because there are no equipment, my brother, herbalists have no equipment. Most herbalists don't have that. Florence Nightingale didn't have any equipment. She worked as a nurse, emergency nurse. I'm not saying that we should encourage this foolishness. No. But I don't think that suspending services there and having people die there as a result is good enough. There could have been another way. Demonstrations. Let the whole Ghana get to hear of it. I know doctors who go on strike, yet they stay behind and do emergency, 1 or 2 and other sectors. It's out there that they are on strike. They show every sign, but the vow that they would uphold human life and protect it still is in them. A good doctor shouldn't look at a man, come for treatment and walk back. It's an indictment on your professionalism. I agree. Lack of equipment will not let you give up your best. It's sad and demeaning. In fact, it is so disgusting and discouraging, frustrating. But there's a better way to deal with this rather than closing the whole OPD and the emergency unit and walking away with the key. Well, so this was what happened. The manager of the hospital has been fired. The garrulous doctor who was talking yabba, 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 I don't know what will happen to him. But all those people, anyway. It's the Black Port, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. We have a final story, right? Run the final story. We're done for the day, right? Okay. Now, this is a very interesting issue. Alhaji Sinare sidestepped by Mahama. Who is Alhaji Sinare? In fact, he's been a member of the NDC from when people got to know the NDC. You remember this face, right? He was the one who was in a viral video calling Nana AKUFO-ADDO a liar in the Zongos. Nana AKUFO-ADDO me career. Nana AKUFO-ADDO me career. Wallahi, Nana AKUFO-ADDO me career. You all remember this face. He's a big brother of actress Alhaji Sinare. My brother, my sister, I've known this man for a long time. I don't remember how we got in touch. I think he heard about my work on radio and he called to say, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Jerry John Rawlings was the one who pulled him into politics when he returned from abroad into the country. And from that time, he had been with Rawlings and throughout with the NDC. He's a Zongo specialist. This man moves from one Zongo to the other. It doesn't matter where the Zongo is. If it's in Joabene, he goes there. Kokomba, he goes there. Hey, Durigaga, he goes there. Wherever. That's his specialty. I remember in the run-up to the elections that got Mahama in power, he called me and asked me to come and visit him. I went to his office. And every time I go to his office, he gives me a drink. A drink. He says, Wallahi, Black Rasta. Togashina Shigalori. I normally accept it because this man is almost like a big brother to me from Tete. Non-controversial. Well, he's been with the NDC and interestingly, he became the ambassador to Egypt. His mother was Egyptian and his father was the first imam of the nation before others came. And now we have the great chief imam of the nation, right? With all respect. His father was the first chief imam. My brother, my sister. He's a combination of Moshi and Egyptian. His father was the one who went to bring Nkrumah's wife and negotiate the bride price and pay with his own money to come and give to Nkrumah. Fatia Nkrumah. That's what his father did. He was the first chief imam of this country. So why is Black Rasta going through all this history? I saw a publication yesterday and I decided to forward it to him and ask him, Alhaji, is this true? He said, Black, now call him back. Yeah, I'm calling back. And then he hung up. But today I decided to look at it. I called him 3 more times. He never answered. I understood that he didn't want to talk. But look at the story. Council of State in uproar over Alhaji Sinare's removal from ambassadorial list. Run it, my youth. Watch this. Tongues are wagging within the Council of State following what insiders are calling a shocking act of betrayal. The last-minute removal of veteran National Democratic Congress NDC stalwart Alhaji Sinare from a high-profile ambassadorial appointment. And get me the photo of Kalsum Sinare. Kalsum is spelled Kalsum K-A-L-S-O-U-M-E. K-A-L-S-O-U-M-E. Kalsum Sinare. I'm going to need it soon. Now, according to sources familiar with the matter, Alhaji Sinare had been shortlisted among 22 nominees presented to the council for approval on Thursday, April 17, 2025. Now, however, to the surprise and dismay of many, his name was abruptly dropped and replaced with that of his cousin, popular actress Kalsum Sinare, a decision that has left members of the council and the party-based staff dashed away. Why was this decision? Is it because Kalsum Sinare is a younger person? And every time Kalsum Sinare came on stage to campaign for the NDC, it was this man who brought her on. Pretty woman, the wife of former Black Stars player Tony Bafo. Very pretty. Those of you who are a little older, there was a company, I don't know if it's still there, called Benjilo. Benjilo, so much clubs. You know, that was the advert running on TV. She was the slim woman there, twisting her waist. Hey, she was so slim in those days. I want to see that advert again. She was like a model. Slim like a thread. She's been a star from Tete. My brother, is it because of any health issues probably? And is Alhaji suffering from any sickness? I don't know of any sickness. But I do know that on 2 occasions, he was rushed to the hospital whilst campaigning for the NDC. One happened at trade fair. Alhaji went there, and in the heat of the whole thing, he started shivering. And he was rushed to the hospital. The second one was also on an NDC platform. During the elections, he came to speak, and I'm going to show you the video. He was speaking in a studio, and I need you to hear what he said. And you see how he was shaking. I've had this video from Tete, and I normally will look at it and laugh because of the passion that this man put into his party. And I'm like, so if your party doesn't win, must you die? Why is Alhaji overly pushing for, this, like that? Wallahi, wallahi. That's what he was saying. Let's take a look at that video.
I beg you, I'm running out of breath. But don't tell me, my pressure is high. And I dare them, if they think that they are going to bring some military personnel in the police station, the collision center, it will be their kingdom come. We are telling them that they should be very, very careful. They should be careful. We will resist any military presence in any police station or collision center. We will resist it. My NDC folks, come out and defend the Fourth Republic democracy. And that tsunami, nobody can stop it. Nobody in Ghana here can stop that tsunami. And that tsunami is the defeat of the MPP party today. I'm telling you people, and I said it from day one, I have gone deaf every single Zongo community in this country, almost 13 regions. And I can bet you my life that this election, we are winning it one touch. No matter what they do. I'm telling my NDC folks, that's why I'm back into this studio. I'll be back again tonight. When the polls end, don't move. Stay there. Stay there. Eat there. Drink there till we get.
When the polls close, don't go. Stay there. We saw how he was shaking. That day, they carried him off to the hospital straight. He's been an ambassador of Egypt, Ghana to Egypt, ambassador, Ghana to Saudi Arabia. He's especially Zongo man. They know him in the Zongo like hell. So when they are campaigning, they just leave the Zongo to him. My brother, I have known him with that. But is it a reward for members because they worked for the party? Did they work for the party or did they work for Ghana? Is it about Ghana or is it about the party? That's the big question I'm asking. Why would a veteran ambassador be sidetracked sidelined in appointments like this. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, that's UAE, Egypt are very powerful oil countries and more. That need people like this there. Or do we have other people to do that? Because Alhaji speaks fluent Arabic. Tree, Hausa, fluent Arabic. I don't know any other person in the NDC or even the NPP that speaks Arabic like this person. So the question is, people who work for their party so hard, should it be about the party? Should they honor them by giving them positions by all means? I'm asking you. Or should they look at their content and their ability to work? Should they sit with them and say that, you know what, we would have wanted to put you here, but because of A, B, C, D, E, F, we would rather like to put this person here? Was that the reason they put a younger Sinare in there? And did the younger Sinare replace Alhaji Sinare? I have the answers. But I normally don't like it when foot soldiers say, I work for the party and the party did not give me anything. No, you work for Ghana. If your party is in power, do everything possible to push the Ghana agenda. Of course, the party machinery should be able to facilitate your movement around and do some other things to help. If we all come out and say that, oh, I sacrificed for the party and for that master, we should be given something, there will be a problem. But veterans like Alhaji, in my personal opinion, have gone beyond foot soldiers. They could have fit in the Council of Elders, somewhere in the presidency to give some really good advice, or even ambassadorial, whatever. Because again, for me, I think it's a gem. He speaks Arabic, he speaks Hausa, he speaks Tree, he speaks, only God knows. Maybe I'm biased because it's somebody that I know. And I love Kasum Sinare. I would love her to be an ambassador. But I have the answer. I'm just saying something. I saw another video that shocked me. I saw Alhaji in the rain at the Zongo begging people to vote for the NDC in the past election. It shocked me. You know how Ghanaians fear rain? I saw it on TikTok. This one too, I saw, I think about a year ago, close to a year. Watch.
Last week, not more than that. Some of the other than that, Karakemu, Sarkozobo, Naroko, Pupuman, Ini, Rallis, Allah, the Mokko is one, not Moma Kumasuna, we have Musama Susi, Allah.
It brings tears into my eyes in a way. I think people like Alhaji should have a special place in the hearts of the political party and for the nation. I pray that the love that he has for this party, he has the same love and even more for Ghana. I wish he was standing on a platform talking about Ghana, and it started raining, and they brought the Ghana flag on top of his head. Wallahi, that would have been a monumental statement in the history of this country. How many people agree? They brought him an umbrella. He said, oh, forget about the umbrella. Soaking in the rain. He could have even been electrocuted, holding, well, the microphone was not connected. I think it was cordless. What is Black Rasta saying? I saw this story. Alhaji doesn't want to talk to me, but I decided to make my own checks at the presidency. And you know what I got? The list is fake. So somebody intentionally brought a fake list to make our Alhaji get a heart attack. When I got the information, I was even trying to call Alhaji to tell Alhaji, actually list in fake news. He will not answer. I had to send him a message and say, oh, Alhaji, I have seen the report and I hear it's a fake list. So whatever heart attack you are going to, please drink water and chill. He never responded. Let's love our motherland the same way we love our political parties. A lot of our people, they love the political parties more than they love Ghana because they want the political parties to reward them. Because if they serve Ghana now, Mother Ghana is not a political party. It will not reward them. I'm speaking in parables. To God be the glory. It's the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. Let's take your final comments and we are done for the day. Okay? Mark Romeo Forrest says the future president, Blakk. Matthew Akidong says she's not serious. She should shut up. I think that's Blakofe you're talking about, right? Kennedy Japan says fire. Albert Fifi Agia says the rutical. Mark Romeo Forrest says block-headed Wontumi. Okay. Conscious Agbenemu Ahosu. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu. Okay. That's why they didn't perform the way I expected. Oh, you saw them. Yeah, you were there. I was asking myself if this is the Orthodox band that I know. Black Prophet did not act as a Rastaman at all. He should see himself as someone who is just doing reggae and not a real Rastaman. Well, dash it out. Black Rasta says more fire. And Malik Danlax says dash it out. And Patrick Nate says Black Rasta, more fire, speaking truth to power. All right? More comments? We are done for the day. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says the quote of the day is making me laugh. Dela Edem GH, give thanks for your life, Black. Omaiba Nana Nyansaini Angwa says, Black watching you live inside the trotro from Medina to Ikwiapim Mampo. Wayo, truth to power. Thank you, Nyansa. Nyansa Hene Angwa. Set Amegashe says 9 show Rasta. Blessed love, respect. And the Black Pot program, he says, I love. That's Baba Allah said. Yushau Idrisu says, good evening, my brother. I'm watching you inside King of Kuwait. We are happy, Mr. President. Do your work and forget any dog that barks behind your back. Okay? Alusini Bangura says, more fire. Black Rasta, I wish we have your type of journalism in my country, Sierra Leone. Oh, Malam Bangura will reach there. Wakuk. We are on the Black Pot. Okay? Yes, we are. Conscious Agbemenu also says, hey, Rasta. The pronunciation be tough. Guy Jesus Boss says, wow, bro. Good evening. You are the best. Kwejo Ntiamwa says, more fire. Black Rasta, I love you. Joseph Nano says, what is this? Really true? Ish. Pat Awo says, I'm a Ghana. And Ebenezer Ando says, good job, my brother. Sorry, Jay says, we are just not serious in this country. The resetting must start with our attitudes and mindsets. Otherwise, it's as good as the wind. You are right. I agree with you. Sorry, Jay. Michael Winner says, fire. Paul Moore says, Black Rasta, you are the best among the rest. Ebenezer Ando says, Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, it was TV XYZ. I remember this day, I watched it. Oh, okay. And look at how the other gentleman was looking at him like, Alhaji, why? B. Bala Jr. says, allow it, senior. He's gone past the retirement age. About time he rests and allow others the opportunity to also serve. Definitely, he isn't feeling well enough to hold a position in this current administration. We need fresh blood to get the right things done. Okay? Mahama is picking up young people all over the place, which is a good thing. So somebody like this, I think, should sit down with the president. The party executives should call him and then look at what it is. You don't throw an old soldier away, do you? Oh, say we the old soldier. On free encore, you're a young soldier now. The young soldier will also grow old. And seeing how you are treating the older soldier is a recipe for disaster. That's why in America, they treat their veterans so well. Veterans board buses for free. Go and eat somewhere for free. And things like that. But here, let an old Ghanaian veteran go out there. They will say that we are a wizard. The old woman is a witch. Go out there and say you've served Ghana all these years, you are 80 years, you want free food. They will chase you out. You become a beggar on the streets of Ghana. It's the Black Port, aka Kokoshonomo. And here we'll be speaking truth to power. On behalf of my team here, I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the dot. In fact, today we have pushed the time a little further because of the issues. I hope you appreciate that. Hey! Hey! Whoa!